So what you been doing today?
Helping my grandma clean out her closet.
Was it easy?
No, a lot of stuff up there from my childhood and Jessica's childhood. It's pretty fun though. Got to see Grandpa's Air Force stuff, and it's pretty cool. It's actually really cool. So, but
Was
no,
you afraid up there in the attic?
no, no, I wasn't. No, I just I want to make a video so that way we can look back, or if I ever put it online or something, just to show everybody that my grandma was the one who raised me, right? Didn't you raise me?
Yep.
From how
I
old?
did a pretty good job.
Did a really good job. Yeah, absolutely. I was just say we went through some of the stuff a couple weeks last week, and it was all my confirmation stuff
Yeah.
from church. So I was in church like, how old was I when I started going to church?
Yeah, you went to Sunday school.
So I was probably younger than I remember. That's what I tell everybody. I said, I don't know. I just remember I was always in the church when I was little. And I always went to the Lutheran church, right? Messiah Lutheran?
Yes.
We always went there. Did we ever go to a different church?
We might have went to the little one that used to be next door. It was a Messiah, but then they built the bigger one that we have now.
Oh, the big one. Okay. Yeah.
And that church is now it's torn down and gone.
But now it's Pastor Costison, right? He was the one. Well, not now, but
Right.
I remember Pastor K was the one I got confirmed, and we went to New Orleans. Remember that? Remember I went to New Orleans and flew on a plane, and yeah. But yeah, since I was little, before I can remember, my grandma raised me, and my mom and dad never got together, so it was kind of different, for me and my sister Jessica growing up. So we went through all the stuff, seeing all the stuff me and Jessica growing up, it was pretty cool because going through all the memories and all the different things that we got to do, and just remembering all the times, the good times we had together, and it's fun. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video and see how was I growing up? Was I bad?
Oh yeah, you was real bad one time.
Dang.
We won't discuss it.
It's okay. Yeah, so I wasn't always the angel.
Where Jessica was alive, she was good.
Oh, yeah, well. Yeah, now look what now it's the other way around, huh?
Right.
No, yeah, I got in some trouble when I was younger in high school. Well, before I was in high school, I wasn't too bad. Was I? Or was I?
No.
I wasn't too bad.
When you were little, you were a cute kid.
I used to be a cute kid.
Then you weren't so cute.
Thanks a lot, Grandma. No, I'm just very thankful that you and Grandpa decided to adopt, or legally, whatever you call it, what is it called? Legal guardianship.
Yeah.
Pretty much adoption. I mean, I consider it adoption because you had us the whole time. I mean,
Right.
It was, my dad would see us, once every other week? Once every other weekend, if that, sometimes.
Your mother would see you more often, and as time went on, she got better.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
your dad never changed.
No, my dad never changed. He was always the same, and he's still like that now, and, it's just the way he is, but I'm just very thankful that you and Grandpa, really raised me and Jessica, and I really believe it was part of God's plan, because it's all in, to where I am right now, wouldn't be to where I am if my mom and dad would have even tried to raise me. My life would be completely different. My
Right.
life would never, so it's like this whole thing was God's plan the whole time. And I mean, going through, I never really realized how much going through confirmation. I went through some of that stuff when I got home. That was a lot of information. I mean,
Right.
a lot of information through confirmation. I learned a lot. And I didn't even realize it until, as I'm going through and reading all the stuff, I'm like, man, I studied a lot. I had a lot of tests, a lot of sermon summaries, and you guys were very, very making sure that I stayed on the right path, and I'm very appreciative of that. So
There was a time when I wasn't sure that I really loved you, but now that's different. I want a hug.
Oh, I'm glad, Grandma. I love you. I am. No, I'm very, very thankful. I am, and it was tough having Grandpa. He passed away in 1997. And that was very tough. That was tough on all of us, I think, and that might have been, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't want to say that was the reason why, but I mean, I think I was still a pretty good kid because I was only 11 years old, so I couldn't have been that bad.
Right.
But that was a lot. That had a lot to do with it because that was my father figure. He was like my dad. He was my father figure. So without having him around, you did the best you could, and you were doing really good. You did a great job. But I didn't have that male figure in my life. And then I started going and doing drugs and got kicked out of school. That's what you're talking about, right?
Right.
Got kicked out of high school, so then I flipped my car, and I did a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah,
I was
right.
pretty bad. Now that I think about it, I was a pretty bad kid. Yeah.
It was towards Bridgeport, right? On the
On Curtis Road.
yeah, Curtis Road. Yeah.
On Curtis Road, I flipped my car. Yeah, totaled my car out. Still got pictures of that. But
And then I didn't feel sorry for you. You went a long time without a car.
sure did. Yeah, I did. I mean, that car was because you and Grandpa had saved the money up for me.
Right.
It was that money was saved up for me to have a car, and then I got it, and being the little punk that I was, I ended up flipping it. But no, I just I am very, very thankful that you raised me, and that you and Grandpa decided that you wanted to raise us, and I really believe that was part of God's plan for my life.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. I do think about it a lot, and I think I might have told you it before, but just so you know, I really do appreciate everything you've done for us, and that's why now that I'm older and I realize it, I want to do everything I can for you. That's why I clean out your closet and inhale a bunch of dust. But no, it's I just want you to know how much I love you, Grandma.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you better get going.
Alright, gotta get going. But I just want to make a video real quick, so say hi.
Hi.
This is my grandma Fahrenbruch, like I said, who raised me since the time I was probably 1, even before 2. I don't know.
I don't know. Did I have you before Jessica? Did I watch just you before Jessica? I can't remember.
I don't know. I was 1, so I don't remember. But I always remember growing up. I never remember being with my mom and dad. I only remember being with my grandma and my grandpa, and they were the ones who raised me. And so it's really cool to look back and see how God's plan really worked out in my life. And yeah, so anyway, we better get going, but I just want to make a video. We'll probably make another one. We'll make another one.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
I gotta blow my nose now.
All right.